What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So there has been some pretty devastating news for our fellow Australian collectors. So, lots of them have been posting in the Facebook groups how they've had all their Prime 1 orders canceled that contained small battery compartments. And so I have several friends in Australia, some pretty big collectors. They collect Predator, Alien, movie statues, you name it. They have a very large collecting base out there. They have multiple large retailers that I've purchased from personally, Pop Culture and Sugo Toys. And they've now banned the sales of any statues, toys, or anything that contains small batteries, like the LR44 watch batteries. And the reason for this is within the last several months, apparently some children, probably toddlers, had accidentally eaten some of these batteries and choked on it and died, which is, horrible news. So because of this, the Australian government has decided to ban the batteries. Now, I think that's completely ridiculous that they're deciding to ban batteries because of that. Does that mean if someone choked on some food that they're going to ban food? I mean, where does it end? I think it's absolutely ridiculous that they're doing this, because of some reckless parents not watching their children. All these people are now going to be suffer, and all these collectors are now not going to have the ability to get some of their statues that they wanted. Or there's always a workaround, but it's going to be more expensive. So this truly does suck for our Australian collectors. So now you have to ask yourselves, what are you going to do? Because let's think about some of the statues that have now been canceled because of this. You got probably the most difficult one for most people is going to be the Prime 1 Jungle Hunter, because it has batteries in the helmet, the wrist blade, a few different parts. So those who pre-ordered the DX bonus version, which is sold out, all had their orders canceled. If Prime 1 delivers on that statue, I believe it will be the best statue ever created. And to get your DX bonus canceled and limited to only 1,000, if you're unfamiliar what the DX bonus does, is it gives you the extra skull, the little tag, lots of little goodies you can put on the base that are just really cool looking. You get the extra wrist blade that's like the wide version when you put Arnold's face through it. So lots of little extras that, for me personally, I absolutely wanted. And that's one of the reasons I wanted the statues, because of those little bonus extras. So now if they want to get it, this statue, they're going to, I'll talk about the workaround, but they're not going to be able to most likely get that DX bonus parts. They may, but it's probably going to be very expensive. So that is a big deal. In addition, Godzilla vs. Kong, for me also likely going to be one of the best diorama statues ever created. Any and all Transformer statues now, because they all do the LR44s in the eyes. Terminator statues that require batteries and the endoskeleton eyes, and any of those, any Iron Man statues from Queen Studios, or Queen does a lot of battery, so a lot of Queen Studios statues are going to be banned. So this is a huge deal. It's not just a little thing. It's a huge deal for our fellow Australian collectors, which really sucks, because I know several that, collect, that want that Jungle Hunter, and they're absolutely devastated by this news, because, it's this is a statue 10 plus years in the making to potentially top the Cinemaquette, and it's sold out, and it's going to be so difficult to get that DX bonus. So, and the Predator 2 also is canceled. Frodo and Gollum is canceled. I know Anthony V, YouTube channel I watch, he collects Lord of the Rings, so now he's going to have to go through, different means if he wants to get that Frodo statue, which really sucks. Plus any other potential future statues. So this is just such a horrible news for our Australian collectors. So now you got to ask yourself, what can you do about this? So here's what I do in America when I want a statue that's not sold here. Because there's a lot of Queen Studio statues that they don't have the license to sell to Americans. So there is alternatives. For example, I use Spec, a third-party retailer, who I guess just doesn't go by the abiding licensing laws. He just sells whatever. So you go through him. But in general, you have to go through a third party. You could probably do eBay. But Australia does have a very strict customs process. So I'm sure they're going to be checking for anything that has these batteries. So here's one thing I would do if I was an Australian collector. First, I would try to contact the government or whoever and see if it's possible to still get these statues just shipped without any batteries. And then if you can't buy batteries or have them imported, then you'll never use it. And just say, hey, I want to get this. I'm never going to use batteries. It's going to ship without batteries. Can I still get this? I think if you were to get like a letter like that and provide it to Prime One or something, they may, reinstate your pre-orders. It's possible, because it's just because it can use batteries doesn't mean you have to use it. If the batteries are banned, that's fine. You don't want to use the light up anyways. You just want the statue itself. So that's possibly a workaround, although I doubt anything will come of it if you'll even hear back from the government or, someone that could authorize you to get that. Secondly, use a third party and just have them not indicate on the customs form that there is batteries, don't include batteries. Take out any paperwork, that because Prime One includes instructions, have them remove instructions indicating that there is no battery, don't have batteries in it in case they open it. Then you'll likely be fine. But doing this does mean you have to find a third party to ship it. Probably someone like Anton Wu, for example, who, like a third party independent retailer who can get statues and just have them open the box, remove anything that indicates it contains a battery compartment, and, just indicate on the customs form it doesn't have batteries. I think that would be a good workaround. The problem now is getting some of these statues that are sold out, like the Prime One Jungle Hunter, especially if you had that DX bonus version. That is going to be super, super hard. You're basically going to have to find someone that will sell theirs to you. So that's going to be very difficult. You'll probably just have to settle for just the DX version and miss out on all those extra little goodies, which sucks, but at least you can still get the statue. It's better than not getting it at all, so that will probably have to be a workaround for you Australian collectors out there. So it really does suck, but as far as I can tell, there's probably only two workarounds until Australia either decides to reverse this ban. You'll just have to go through third parties and, have them do that process to ensure if it is opened at customs that they don't, see it's, make sure there's no batteries in there. And it doesn't look like a battery operated item, so it really does suck, but maybe you guys have more insights than me, but this is just my thought process. If I was in Australia right now and I just had all my light up statues canceled, I would definitely be looking for workarounds, more so if it's, statues I really, really wanted, so you got to find either a workaround or option 3, move out of Australia, move to another country. But obviously that is extremely difficult, hard, and moving cross country. But yeah, I'm sorry, you Australian collectors out there. You have my sympathy. I hope that this ban gets reversed by the time some of these statues start to ship in like the next year or so, because I do think it is ridiculous this had to happen. So hopefully it can get reversed, and if it does get reversed, I'm wondering if Prime One would reinstate some of your pre-orders, get you those sold out pieces. I feel like they should. I think they prematurely canceled these items. I think they should have waited until it was shipping. And then if the law is still intact and they are truly unable to ship it, then cancel it. But just canceling the pre-order, I think, is a little premature because, these statues could be years out and Australia could reverse the ban. And then if it's a sold out piece and you're SOL. So it really does suck. But anyone who does have some insights on how you could potentially get a workaround, please list them in the comments below. Let's help out our fellow Australian collectors. So for me personally, I do have the DX bonus Jungle Hunter on pre-order. I've said it in the past. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I definitely want to get it in hands, do a comparison versus Cinema Cat. I may keep it, but if for some reason I decide to sell it, I'm more than happy to ship it to one of my Australian mates if they're willing to pay the shipping costs, and I'd probably sell it just at retail. Anyways, folks, that is it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, any suggestions and whatnot, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.